Let's talk second tier credit data furnishers. Let's talk about over 5 credit reporting agencies that are considered second tier that you probably don't even know about. Let's dive into it. All right, my friends, welcome back. It's good to see you. I hope you've been well. So let's talk about credit reporting agencies, right? Everyone just thinks it's TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, right? But they own a set of second tier, what we call second tier data furnishers that help confirm a lot of the information on the primaries. And there's even some below that. So what I wanted to do is, this page is on our website. You may or may not know that. It's free to access, and we just did a big update on it. So it still blows my mind that a lot of people don't know about Clarity or Innovis or even SageStream, check systems, things like this, because constantly seeing it in the comment section still on videos. So let's talk about these. All right, so obviously you've got your primaries, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, but there are a second set of data furnishers, like I said, that help confirm the information to the primaries, which you might be facing this issue and you don't even know it with your disputing efforts on your credit report. So the second tier are all these: FactorTrust, Clarity, and DataX. So these 3 right here are owned by the 3 big boys. So DataX is Equifax, Clarity is Experian, and FactorTrust is TransUnion. Believe it or not, there's even more than this. And they've expanded into employment data, they've expanded into telecom and utilities. And so just about every aspect of your life has got some sort of second tier, third tier data furnisher that's then kicking that data back up to the big 3 credit reporting agencies, okay? So besides that though, there is CoreLogic, Teletrack, which is also owned by Equifax. They're really one of the big players. And I don't think enough people realize just how many second tier data furnishers that Equifax owns. It's actually kind of scary. And then Microbuilt, and that is PRBC as well. Okay, so you've got those, and then we've got supplementary. This is what the CFPB calls supplementary reporting agencies, okay? And that is Innovis, LexisNexis, SageStream is now merged with LexisNexis, so those are essentially the same. CoreLogic, Credico, so this is like a arm or a branch of CoreLogic. They've got several different scores and data sets that they're collecting, I guess. And then ARS, which I'm sure you've heard of this one, is Advanced Resolution Services. If you've been in the credit space, you're probably familiar with that. Okay, so already, how many of these have you not heard of? Comment below. I want to know. Now, this page is amazing because here's what we did. We did all the heavy lifting for you. So if you want to do a security freeze, which you want your stuff to be frozen or locked down, whatever verbiage you want to use, every day of the week, unless you're about to go and get more credit, or you're about to go on an app spree, about to get a mortgage, about to get a new car loan, something like that, then you unlock the bureaus that they say that they're going to pull. And the reason why we do this is to protect our credit reports, right? Because if they're unlocked, it's crazy. That's like having your front door unlocked nowadays, okay? So here's all the links and phone numbers and addresses and information you need for all of these right here. Which again, starting to get overwhelming, isn't it? And the amount of these new data furnishers that are popping up all the time is kind of scary. And those will get, they'll come out as like a fintech, they'll get all the VC funding, they'll come out as like this revolutionary thing, and then they'll eventually just get absorbed into, the beast, let's call it, which is Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. So, all right, that's those. Keep in mind that you can freeze your LexisNexis and SageStream, and if you're doing that, that essentially, it's not fully, but it kind of opts you out of a lot of offers. But you can also go and opt out or opt in to mailing offers. This gives them permission to be able to mail you snail mail to be for pre-approvals, et cetera, and credit card offers. A lot of people, maybe they got sick of this. They went out and they locked down these, SageStream, LexisNexis, and opted out and didn't even know it. And then they're wondering, now they want to go and get credit, and now they're not getting any mailing offers, so they're thinking that they're not qualified, et cetera, et cetera. So these are all pieces that you need to remember and we need to actively keep tabs on. So that's this whole section here. And then if you want to dispute, here is all of the dispute information that you need. Look at all that. Absolutely beautiful. The only one we don't have information on is Clarity, and I think it's because they just changed it. So there's all that information. Besides everything else that we provide for actual credit repair, these are the documents and the links and everything that you want for these second tier data furnishers. So another trick that you can do is just go out and freeze all of the second tier data furnishers and then go and dispute on the primaries, because they can't confirm it on the backups. So that a lot of times can lead to a more positive result and effect on the efforts that we're having trying to dispute our credit profile, right? Okay, free credit reports, boom. Everyone, let me just say this right now. Everyone by law has to give you at least 1 free credit report per year. Every single company that collects data on you, willingly or unwillingly, they have to give you a free report yearly. Now, the good news is that ever since COVID, annualcreditreport.com they're basically still free. So you can go in there just about whenever you want and get a free credit report. It's not great. It's a little clunky because they make you connect up and log in to every single account before you basically get the report. And sometimes it has problems with finding you on TransUnion. But I mean, it is free and it's fairly easy to use that. But you could use, man, there's so many MyFICO. You could just do Experian Direct. If you wanted to get into Vantage scores, you could do Credit Karma, Wallet Hub. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many options now. But credit-wise, yep, we have that listed. But here is the Mac Daddy list of all of those. Okay, here's the opt-out thing that I was talking about before. California residents, you've actually got a lot more options and a lot of stuff that you've got to go through with the CCPA and similar rules. So that is a little bit more convoluted for California residents. But here is essentially your opt-in, opt-out stuff. Check systems. If you are going out and having troubles getting approval for a basic checking account at especially a credit union or even membership at a credit union, it's because they're pulling your check systems and you've got too many inquiries in the last 12 months. I would say anything above 5, you're going to start to have troubles. You can go and scrub this. You can go and have these inquiries removed, especially if you were denied. But for the most part, you can get these removed. And so then your check systems looks clean. But check systems is what 99% of credit unions will pull on membership and then to get you into the bank, right? And even big banks will pull check systems. So if you've got anything that is gonna affect this, like you've got NSF fees, you had a bank account closed down on you and you never paid it and you just thought, oh, I'm good, you're not good. That's gonna show up in check systems and it will negatively affect your ability to go out and get a basic checking account. Crazy, I know. But the thing I can tell you is that, you know, with these second tier and all these new data furnishing companies popping up, is that if you've gone through and done a ton of credit repair or you've got like some spotty history or things like that, you're gonna have to pay attention to a lot more of these agencies than somebody with a 750 and it's been 5 years or 7 years since they had to clean their credit, because all that stuff has been flushed out. But if you're actively doing it now, you're gonna have to work these block and tackle these much more aggressively with, you know, all the second tier and beyond that to get this stuff cleaned up, right? So check systems, there's that. And an early warning service is another one, EWS. This is another one that assists financial institutions, check acceptance companies such as retail merchants, payment processors, and other financial entities in detecting and preventing fraud associated with bank accounts and payment transactions. So it collects data from thousands of financial institutions across the United States. This is another one that you can clean up. Check this out. Early Warning is co-owned by Bank of America, BB&T or Truist, Capital One, JP Morgan, PNC, US Bank, and Wells Fargo. They're the tech behind the Zelle network. So this stuff is all being reported on you too. Again, if you've got blemishes on this, it's gonna show it, right? So EWS is another one that you can clean up alongside check systems to get yourself in position for more checking accounts, okay? Then, I mean, why stop here, right? It's getting to be absurd, but you know, health insurance, there is a decent amount of information collected on you about the prescription drugs that you use and about any health issues, hospitalizations, things like that. That is MIB and Milliman. And so those two together, those are gonna affect your ability to get, anything health and life insurance related, but long-term at-home care, a home life insurance policy, any life or health insurance policy essentially is going to be affected by these two. So again, we can pull reports, we can dispute, and we can figure out what's going on there. Lastly is utilities. The big one that I've got here is NCTUE, which is National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange. And this really collects the most data that I've seen. And this is everything. This is your cell phone payments, your cell phone bills, your utilities, gas, electric, water. So if you've been late on these, if you haven't paid, if you've got a balance on your old house or something like that, all this silly, stupid stuff does trip you up. And so this doesn't affect you per se on credit, but it will affect your ability to go and get these things the next time around. So, and I mean, this actually happens all the way down to rental cars and auto insurance, and all of this now is being tracked so deeply that if you've got blemishes like that, it's going to negatively affect your ability to go out and get the next one, get a new one. So anyways, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you took away some new agencies that you didn't know of, and you can clamp your eyeballs on those and focus up and get your profiles cleaned up. But yes, this is free. I'll give you the link in the description below. Let me know if I missed any, because I literally just combed my lists and my resources before I put this together. But if I'm missing one, I'd love to be able to add it to the list. Comment below if you got something to say. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet. Right there. Okay, bye.
Monkey.